I was in a situation where I needed to find housing, and I want to be able to buy a house, but am I going to be able to afford to do that? And I'm thinking, okay, well, as a single parent, what do I do? Where am I going to go? I wasn't expecting to move at that time in my life. My youngest child was only 3 at the time. And then I remembered a friend of mine had been on the board at the Land Trust years ago, and I remember her talking about that. So I called her and I asked her again, what is the Land Trust about? And I wonder if that's something that could help me. And it sounded too good to be true. So I called the Land Trust, and turned out I qualified and was able to get down payment money to an extent that I would never have been able to save up that kind of money. I found exactly what I wanted in the neighborhood that I wanted. It's a safe neighborhood, and was able to afford to buy it.
The Land Trust helps in the mission of strengthening the communities through a couple of ways. One is through getting lower income folks into home ownership that they otherwise wouldn't be able to be in. So it gives them the opportunity to put down roots in the community, to have stability, to not have to move their kids from school to school because the rent went up.
I think there's an American dream of home ownership. So what we've been working towards with our partners is trying to create opportunities for people at all stages of their lives.
I really feel like we're part of something special around the country in proving that Community Land Trust is a viable model for building strong neighborhoods and for helping folks buy houses that need assistance to buy a house. LISC has given us the ability to hit our goals and to be successful.
We need to make sure that all Americans have the opportunity to make the decision to go forward with home ownership. And again, LISC has been very tremendous in recognizing and helping people get into homes and help them to facilitate that decision.
I would not have been able to buy a house without the Land Trust.
The At Home in Duluth Collaborative has partners in 4 neighborhoods, and in West Duluth, the partner was Spenda. LISC was able to provide planning money, along with the city, to do a neighborhood revitalization plan for Ramsey Village. What we're looking at is some rental housing that is Ramsey Village Townhomes, Phase 2. And there's also been new homes created in the neighborhood. It's a mix of different income levels, different ages, and we've had demolition of blighted properties and also commercial district revitalization. I think this neighborhood's a hidden jewel that not many people in Duluth know about.
So we were all sitting around one day, this was about 1999, trying to think of an industry that needed women employees, that paid good wages, and that would connect to the mission and the work that we were already doing. I was actually approached by LISC to say that there was this money available, and since we were starting this construction training program for women, would I be interested in utilizing some of those funds? And you never say no to money, so we took on that grant from HUD, and it actually helped us get going.
I was really interested in learning the work, but I was really apprehensive about how that process was going to go. And I learned really quickly that being here at Women in Construction was really a supportive work environment. I was encouraged to learn new things all the time.
And I wanted to talk to you about one of the upstairs bathrooms, and they want to do a freestanding tile.
I've definitely brought myself out of poverty working here. At 25 years old, I make twice what my mom was making at my age, and for me that's a huge indicator of, kind of changing our family's history, really.
Women could not afford to go to school and pay for school and not earn a living. So we needed to find a way that we could train on the job and still pay women for their work.
Our place in the community has really been to open up people's eyes to the possibilities of what women can do and what people in poverty can do given the opportunity.
Many people in the neighborhood rely on the 4th Street Market as the place that they shop. Many of the folks don't have transportation, and that was a community resource that was at risk of being lost.
Well, we've shopped at the store since we moved here probably, I don't know, about 16 years ago, and we've always lived in the Central Hillside until last year, and so we understood how important the store was to the community, and we wanted to just be a part of keeping it here because it provides a great resource. I think it was just really important having a place where people can get to, when, just to get their basic needs. Man, it's also a community spot. A lot of people gather here and talk here and meet here. LISC is the coordinator. That's what they do. They bring people to the table. They brainstorm. They have people. They bring different resources, different ideas, and together to make projects like this happen.
One of our issues at the police department is capacity. We don't have the current staff on hand to do the grant writing, to do the research that's necessary to prepare the grant. Well, Pam donated a grant writer to help us get through this process, and that is, I can't say how valuable that was for us in this process. When we were faced with budget cuts earlier this year, one of the phone calls I made was Pam Kramer, and she provided a list of police chiefs from throughout the country that have faced similar things recently. I was able to connect with some other chiefs that provided me with some very valuable information that helped us over this hump. And ultimately, we end up not having any budget cuts, which is great news.
I just believe really strongly in the importance of neighborhood residents and the public sector and the private sector all working together. And that's what LISC is about. It's a way to bring people together to plan for change and create change and build stronger communities.
But if you have that sense of trust and shared vision and that you're going to support each other, that is a hallmark of an effective partnership. And I feel very much that between this agency and Duluth LISC, and between the leader of this agency, me, and the leader of Duluth LISC, Pam Kramer. That's very, very important.
LISC is a pretty key component in all of that work, and I think deserves a good deal of credit, and it gets it on a national and a statewide basis, but we'll see. Someday Duluthians will wake up and go, wow, LISC is really something special.